Hump Day, Sunseekers. Over the hump we go. Welcome into the Beach House Beach Bunker. It is Wednesday, this last Wednesday in January, 28th of January, and it still feels like January. Whoa, little chilly at the Beach House Beach Bunker. Hope your Wednesday is off to a great start. Coming up on the show today, going cash only. There is a Manitoba restaurant making some headlines this morning because they are not taking the plastic anymore. We're used to telling the stories in reverse, where a lot of sports arenas and sports facilities have said no more cash. We're just going to do the tap and credit card. This restaurant maybe starting a growing trend in a tough economy. We'll explain. Come on. Also, some excitement about Zellers. Big news yesterday. So the results are in. The Edmonton store's been open for a few months now. And what was once a beloved Canadian retailer will be rolled out across the country. This is Zellers version 3.0. And yes, Manitoba is on the menu, although Brandon not yet, but Winnipeg will be. Whoa, I'm all excited about Zellers. Going to wreck my microphone. Winnipeg is going to be getting a store. What does it look like? Is it any good? We had some Sunseekers that have been to Edmonton's store said, it's just like the old ones, but people are going crazy for it. Maybe nostalgia is more powerful than ever. We'll take a look at Zellers, and we'll even take a tour of the Edmonton store real quick. And it happened yesterday to very little fanfare, but you will remember where you were when you heard the news that the first widely mass-produced consumer robot went on sale yesterday. It's called Sprout. And Sprout is going to be marketed to homes, schools, and offices. And wait until you see this little guy. Kids are going to love this. This robot will be invading schools. I kid you not. And, we were talking about this yesterday, a bit of a language barrier going on with so many folks from around the world joining our schools here in Canada. Maybe these little robots that speak different languages are going to come in like really handy. Anyway, we'll take a look at that as well. And finally, sad news for Costco. I got your attention now, don't I? Costco's most beloved item, second only to the $1.50 hot dog, may be undergoing some significant change, and this is going to break a lot of hearts. They promised to never touch the hot dog, and they haven't since the 80s, $1.50. But this product This product may be undergoing change, and I'll be handing out the tissues. It's going to be a tough morning for the Costco news. We'll explain coming up, so stick around for the fun and frivolity of food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. In the middle of winter, it is cold. Oh, minus 26, feels like minus 31. At the airport, it's a little bit colder than that. Expect sunny skies today, high minus 19. We are slowly edging closer and closer to normal. Nice to see the Moonlight camera is working again. It looks like there's an arch there. Is that on the camera? It's a reflection of that's a reflection of something there on that camera. It looks like an arch. You're going through the beautiful arch on number 10. Or it almost looks like the rotors on your car. Brakes. It's weird. Anyway, starting to see a little bit of a glow. The days are getting longer. 5:30 sunsets return on Friday. Oh, the daylight is getting longer. The weather is slowly warming. And actually, towards the weekend, it is still looking good. We're seeing different forecasts. Some saying there won't be a bump up, that will stay in the mid-teens through the weekend. But Environment Canada is saying, nope, some snow will move in likely Saturday and should see a high of -7 and -9 on Sunday, which brings in the month of February. When's Groundhog Day? Is that the 2nd? Groundhog Day is, that's so that'll be Monday, I guess, hey? Oh, we'll be on Roden Watch on Monday. See what he's got to say. I'm thinking early spring is likely. We've been punished in January. That was a wicked January. That was just like the old days. It's been a while since we've had a January like that. Yikes. Let's get to it. Let's see who we've got to say good morning to and chat. Again, we're everywhere for hour 1 of the show, and we move over exclusively to Twitch for hour 2 if you want an audio version of the show. It's condensed into a 30-minute podcast available at tylerglenshow.com or wherever you get your podcasts, 1 o'clock Central Time each and every weekday afternoon. Thanks for being part of the show. A special good morning to our lurkers. There's always dozens of folks that want to take in the show and do not want to participate in the conversation. That is A-okay. But we do love it when you do. Quick hello, good morning is always nice. That's cool. And, of course, once we get into the topics of the day, we love to hear from you. You're part of the show. This is a team effort. T for Tyler and T for team. So I do encourage you to jump on board and say hello or, comment on various things that we're talking about, okay? We'll move over exclusively to Twitch in hour 2 of the show, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. You can lurk in through the website if you don't feel comfortable with doing that, although the Twitch app is on all smart TVs. It's available in the App Store. Really easy to do. Quickly download, get a user handle, and you can join the conversation. It's really quick, easy, and fun. All right? Okay. Now that the housekeeping is done, we'll say good morning to Pebbles in Twitch, first one in, and Trey over on TikTok is the first one in over there. Polar Bear is here too on Twitch. We've got Ryan on TikTok as well this morning, along with Danny, and Road Reverend is here on Twitch to say hello. Janine's over on Facebook. JoJo is here on TikTok this morning. Hello. Hello, JoJo. Richard over on Facebook. We've got ZB, Zoom, Bernice, and we've got Travel Guy. Zumba Bernice, meet Travel Guy on TikTok. Travel Guy, meet Zumba Bernice. Will Zumba and Travel. Roger's here too. Hi, Roger. It's been a while. Nice to see you again. Good morning to you. Hello, hello. Good morning. Good morning, Tony on TikTok as well. Cindy's here on Twitch. J-Lo's back on Facebook. She's Jenny from the block. She's Jenny Lee Gumpshand. Good morning. Coffee ready to roll. Over the hump we go. Hope your Wednesday's off to a great start. Patricia Ann Heffron's here too. P-A-H. Quentin is here too. Pat's over on Facebook. Quentin is on Twitch. We've got Toha on TikTok. Michael's on TikTok too. And so is Kelly. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Tracy and Nick on Twitch this morning. Katie is back again on Twitch. Nice to see you. Borrowed Bean is here too. Jay is over on TikTok along with Barry once again. Good morning, Barry 101. Nice to see you again. Welcome, welcome. Hello. And welcome to the show. Welcome to the extravaganza. And again, thanks to our lurkers. Always good. Oh, Blacksmith Michelle. Nice to see you. Welcome off the bench of lurkers. Call it the bench of lurkers. Picture our lurkers in a hockey rink, sitting on the bench, just watching the action. Back and watching the action. Angela's over on Facebook. Hello, Angela. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Corey is on TikTok. Good morning, Corey. Nice to see you. And Anna's here on TikTok, too. Welcome. Busy day over on the TikTok. American users having some challenges. Of course, TikTok was USA was taken over by an American company, and it's got American owners who are good friends with you-know-who, and so that's good. But some users apparently having a hard time in private messages typing the word of a certain guy that had islands, because I don't want to get in trouble mentioning his name. I don't want to get in trouble. Apparently on TikTok, if you're... and they're having some problems uploading ice videos. And I'm not talking about the ice and snow, if you know what I mean. This is the error message that some are getting, and so this is stateside though. So they can't type the word in. It's interesting times. They're saying it's a technical glitch. Probably these things happen. I'm familiar. It's a kind of an interesting place to be. Very, very fun. Very, very rules based. Jay, good morning, Jay, over on TikTok. Nice to see you, Jay. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. And, so very interesting times we live in. Very, very interesting times indeed. Brandon Wheat Kings continue their West Coast swing. They lost last night, but they're in a place I cannot pronounce. Nick, I might need your help with this. They're in Wichita, Wichita, Washington State. I do not know how to pronounce it. Can you do a phonetical, a Wichita? I never heard of this place. Is this an expansion team? What is going on right now? They were in Seattle, easy to pronounce. Last night, they suffered a loss in Seattle. Mavis is over on Facebook. Hi, Mavis. Good morning. Stay warm. Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you. Brianna's over on TikTok. Is that our Brianna? Brianna, are you supposed to be over there or over here? Where are you? Which platform are you on? Doesn't really matter. It's nice to see you one and all. Here it comes on the ticker. Wheat Kings fall 7-3 to Seattle. Here it comes. Tonight they visit Wenatchee. What the hell? Where is that? When did the big thriving megapolis of Wenatchee get a hockey team? Holy moly. Anyway, that's on Victory Plus, by the way. If you want to be streaming the Wheat Kings, it's free. It's so awesome. I've watched more Wheat Kings hockey this year than I think I ever have since I came to Brandon. Not in the rink, mind you. I still haven't been back to the rink since COVID. But it's nice to kind of be following the team. And, there's not a lot on TV. You throw the old Wheat Kings game on. I think we always dreamed of that. Well, I wish the Wheat Kings were on TV every game. And now they are. And it's free. Brandy Thomas, you beautiful people. Oh, I love hearing from Brandy over on Facebook. She's such a breath of fresh air. Good morning, you beautiful people, she says. Are you hearing Brandy? Isn't she nice? You beautiful people. And so the pressure is on you, beautiful people, for your good thing from yesterday. Let's start with positivity, shall we? Yes, this is how we roll. We start the day with some positive news, with some good news. Let's look back to yesterday. And I made tuna casserole yesterday. I couldn't do the soup and chili. It was still cold, and I wanted something that was and it came out good. I didn't poison anybody. I was rather impressed. I don't think I'd have it again for a little while. That's probably why we only have it maybe once a year. How do you get tuna to not taste like tuna? Is that even possible? Can you soak tuna in milk? I'm not sure. I guess I could ask ChatGPT about that. What was your good thing from yesterday? Type in GT and then dash and then let me know anything, big or small. We want to hear it all for yesterday's good thing to start us off on the right note. Okay, we're just a couple of days away from what could be the social event of the winter. This is going to be a lot of fun. Weather's going to be fantastic to get out of the house and get up to Elkhorn Resort for Dueling Pianos. It's coming Saturday, the ultimate midwinter social event. 2 maestros, 2 grand pianos, zero mercy, 1 unforgettable night of laugh-out-loud comedy, jaw-dropping musicianship, and, of course, sing-along favorites that turn the whole room into a giant roaring choir / karaoke. Doors open at 5:30, cash bar available, dinner is at 6, and the show starts at 7. Now, tickets at last call were about 3/4 gone. About 75% of the room is gone. This will sell out by showtime. It is very popular. These guys are known across Canada, okay? Dueling Pianos, you can search them, and it's a very, very popular show. So you may want to get on this so you don't show up that night. You're disappointed that you can't get in, okay? So get a hold of the Elkhorn Resort up at Clear Lake, and they'll set aside some tickets for you. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, they open up the doors in the Manitoba room of the Keystone Center with Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC, normally at 1500 Richmond Avenue, but no, they're going to be at the Keystone Center. It's their giant indoor sale that starts tomorrow, and you are invited. They are going to have all kinds of special things going on. New and used vehicles will be indoors in the nice, warm confines of the Manitoba room. And you know, it's a great place to go for a walk. Take a look at the vehicles. Maybe you just got one. Maybe you're not in the market for one. Go and just have a coffee, have a visit. It's nice to walk around in that big space if you didn't get over to Ag Days. No payments for 90 days. You can trade in your truck and get $2,500 off a new truck. Spin the prize wheel for extra savings on all new purchases. And, of course, shoot your shot at their clunker for additional discounts when buying used. Yes, they'll have the hockey pucks ready to blast an old clunker they've got set up. So, again, that all starts tomorrow. Manitoba room of the Keystone Center. They're moving cars today, so a special good morning to our friends over at Murray GM, 1500 Richmond Avenue. And then on Friday, it's Customer Appreciation Day at Headley's Health Hut in Brandon at 1314 Richmond Avenue. And Headley's Health Hut, of course, your source for vitamins, supplements, and all kinds of things to make life fantastic. At Headley's Health Hut, we all need relief in 2026. Ooh, supplements. Affordable prices. Save up to 60% on things like vitamin C. Yes. How about Sun Vitamin D3? The liquid soft gel on for $11.47. See it there at the bottom? Sun Vitamin D. The sun in a gel cap. Antiviral herbal extract is on sale. Oil of oregano. They have got an amazing, the best in Western Manitoba for, again, vitamins, supplements, protein-related products, sugar-free products, gluten-free products, and a Customer Appreciation Day. They do free samples. They do draws. It's a party, and, of course, extra special pricing in effect Friday at Headley's Health Hut at 1314 Richmond Avenue. Yesterday's good thing. What happened yesterday that was awesome? Oh, Nick says Wakachee is the former Winnipeg Ice. Oh, that's where they went. Okay, thanks for that. Pebbles, it got warm enough for her to go for a stroll, and she got out in the sunshine. She got some vitamin D yesterday. Look at that sun. Look at that sun. You know what? Every day when you take this walk, what you should do, save these pictures and then put them into like an Instagram reel or something. And it'll be cool because then, especially in the coming weeks, we'll see a little bit more snow, then a little bit less snow, then a little bit more snow, and then the snow will melt, and then the leaves will come back on the trees, like a time lapse. That would be kind of cool. Great shot of the sunshine. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. We're doing yesterday's good. Oh, boy. Guys. Come on. Brandy called us the beautiful people. We're grumpy today. The sun seekers are grumpy, Todd. That's okay. That's all right. This is what I'm here for. I'm here as your grumpy coach. Okay, let's go, you bunch of grumpy bastards. Come on now. There's something good happened. Okay, maybe you didn't take part on Monday. You can reach back to the weekend. Maybe something good happened in your life. Maybe you're new to the show. We need you now. Now is the time to quit lurking and come off the bench, because we cannot start the day without a little bit of positive vibage. Did I just say vibage? Brandy, good. Brandy's going to get a participation ribbon because Brandy says, I had more patience than strength and didn't end up in jail. So there's that. Okay. Working on the patience. I was suntanning yesterday. My good thing from yesterday, I took my coffee break. I had 15 minutes. My south door, where my patio is, the sun was just pouring through my patio door, and I stood there for the entire 15 minutes, and I could feel the heat from the sun baking my skin. Yes, in Manitoba in January, yes, the sun is warm. I can confirm that the sun is warm and beautiful, and like I always say, hey, we get warmer than minus 15. We're going to see some slush and melting. We're through the toughest part, guys. We can do this. And I love getting my vitamin D. Don't have to be at a beach somewhere. I can't wait to be outside in my shorts and sandals, but I'm always in my shorts and sandals. So I was shorts and sandals in the sun yesterday. Pretty damn good day. Now, what was your good thing from yesterday? It was cold. Yeah. Boy, we have nothing. There's no good. Oh, my God, this is the worst yesterday's good thing we have had since October. What is going on? Okay, Blue Monday was last Monday, a week ago from 3 days ago. So I think we're on a bit of a delay. I think people are feeling blue. I'm blue, daba dee. No, can't recognize any good things. No good things. That is unfortunate, guys. There was something good that happened. Think on it. Come on now. Cindy started her taxes and got some of those year-end bills for GST. Okay, I don't want to even think about taxes. Oh my God. Brandy says, OMG, that sun was beautiful yesterday. Sorry for being grumpy. That's okay. Brandy, it's not you. It's the rest of the Sunset. We got lots of people on the show that are just sitting here and waiting for everyone else to share their good things. When there's good things going on, it's positive vibes. Come on now. See, KDD got a massage. There we go. There's a good thing. That's a big one. Looks like you got some color. Really? Do you think so? I don't know. I'm still pretty white. One side a little more colorful than the other side, perhaps. I don't know. Thank you for noticing. Thank you. Ryan says Q doesn't even have a gay. What has happened? Oh, GT. Fat fingers. Is there something you two guys want to share with us? It's okay. This is Ryan Q. This is a safe space for all. Safe. If you guys want to share, you guys know I love you guys. I love you, GT, and we saved it for the GT. Okay, guys, yeah. Oh, the Jets won. GT, Jets win. Did they win? Oh, yeah, they're in Detroit, I guess, yeah. Yes, Angela says, took a walk to Co-op and also got some vitamin D. Let's get some vitamin D. Load up on the vitamin D. Bernice says, kids got back from Japan and brought goodies. Oh, and she's got pictures. Ooh. My sister, when she went to Japan, brought me a Kit Kat bar, a Japanese Kit Kat bar, and it kind of tasted almost exactly like ours. So it was, although the packaging was different. They've got neat packaging, hey? Well, it looks like you got some cookies and something called Melty Kiss and some spices. That reminds me, I still haven't used my son's Italian spices. I got to make some pasta. He brought back a rack of spices right from Italy and ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT for recipes. Is anybody else using it? Oh, I had to use it for my tuna casserole last night. It turned out perfect. Now, ChatGPT can get a lot of stuff wrong, so be careful, but it's not like it tells you to put sugar instead of salt. And I rather enjoy it for the recipes. It's actually pretty good. That's a nice little haul you got there. All right. Can't read the nutritional information, but it looks fantastic. Looks like you've got 2.3 grams of something and also 0.06 grams of something else. Because I don't know. I don't understand. Apparently, this is one of the hardest languages to learn. I could certainly see why. Well, it's good that they got back safe and sound. That's fantastic. That is a good thing. There we go. Now we've got some positivity going on. Tracy says her good thing from yesterday, made some wings and poutine for sale. Now, there, of all the pictures floating around, Tracy, that's what I'd like to see. How did it go? Did you manage to take some pictures of your food? That's only going to make me hungry anyway. Poutine and wings. What's the occasion? Oh, my gosh, that sounds fantastic. That's a Super Bowl preview. I guess because we watched that Super Bowl commercial from Budweiser yesterday. Got you in the mood for Super Bowl food, maybe. Borrowed Bean says, going to try Pizza Cabin tonight. Apparently, they've got some gluten-free food there, so, very nice. I am unfamiliar. Pizza Cabin, not to be confused with Pizza Lodge, Pizza Hotel, Pizza Hut. No, sorry, went fast, never thought of a picture, says Tracy. You know what? I'm the same way. I am the same way. I thought of that, too, after I had eaten my tuna casserole. And it was beautiful. I can tell you it was one for the record books, one for my Tyler Glen Show cookbook, which is on the laundry list of things we must accomplish. Borrowed Bean says, the old Uncle Tom's outside of Menadosa. Okay, it's called Pizza Cabin now. Okay, good to know. Good to know they're still going there. I had a good burger there once, about 2 or 3 years ago. Really nice burger. Same owners, new owners. Well, you enjoy, especially if it's a place called Pizza Cabin and they've got gluten-free, because, there are some places that make gluten-free pizza, but not all of them are good. New owners. Okay, well, good luck to them and good luck to you, and have fun eating your pizza tonight and enjoy. Good way to get over the hump. Whatever you need to do to get over the hump, let's get over it together. Thank you for your good things. It was kind of like pulling teeth this morning, but that's okay. Remember, something good's going to happen to you today. Something good is going to happen. It might not be big. It's probably going to be small, but remember it for tomorrow so we can start the show on a positive note. That would be fantastic. All right? Okay, let's go to the beach, and we're going to go over to Italy today. Speaking of those spices, hump day in Italy, out to the beach. This beach is called La Palosa Beach. It is near Sardinia, Italy, and we're going to hang out there for just a minute or two. I'm going to get a coffee refill. Feeling fine on hump day. And we'll get some beach time. And we'll be back with more food, fun places, and mayhem in just a second.
We're halfway there. Sun shining in the air. Gonna dance without a care. Beach life everywhere. Let's go to the beach. Oh yeah. closer to the weekend. We don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach. Let's go to the beach. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Get closer to the weekend. We don't care, we don't care. Sun seekers feel the heat, feel the heat. Dancing to the ocean beach, ocean beach. Oh, ocean beach. Ocean beach.
Oh my God, look at that ocean. It's dancing just for us. The ocean is dancing. I don't know if I want to be out there swimming in it there, Timmy, but yeah, it's beautiful, isn't that? Oh man, that is a live shot of Italy this morning. Beautiful, just outside of Sardinia, Italy. And I bet you that's where the sardines come from. Thus the name, hey? Isn't that gorgeous? What a beautiful shot. That's our beach of the day. As we get going over the hump, it is Hump Day Wednesday. Thanks for being part of the show of food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Robots, restaurants, food, fun, and of course, beach time. That is stunning. That is a beautiful shot. Wow. Some big waves. I wouldn't want to be out there on a boat. It's beautiful to look at. Could just sit there all day just looking at that. But no, I'm not good on the boat on big waves like that. I start to squeal and cry. It's not a good sight to behold. Okay, let's get back to Manitoba here. And in our part of the world, here's how things are looking out on the roads. We've got some pretty good winter driving. Seasonal driving conditions this morning. Oh, see, Moon Lake was working. You did see that, right? You were part of the first segment of the show. Why can't they get it to last? I don't know. Moon Lake. Can we get some Viagra for Moonlight? We need Viagra for the Moon Lake cam. Sorry. The Moon Lake camera brought to you by Cialis. Now it will stay up for the entire show. Good Lord. It doesn't matter. Roads are good. The sun is going to be shining. Here comes the sun. If you like that sun from yesterday, we're going to get more of it today. And it's going to feel a little bit better. Minus 19 normally is not one day that you'd say, this is going to be fantastic. Let's all hit the beach. But you know what? If the winds die down or you're in a sheltered area, it's going to feel pretty good. The sun has got some heat to it. Much the same for tomorrow. Little bit warmer on Friday, and then some real actual warmth on the weekend. Whether you're getting on a snow machine, maybe doing some ice fishing this weekend, if you're just going out to do some hiking, maybe get the toboggan going or the crazy carpet. They still got crazy carpets. And it's going to be a great weekend to get outside with temperatures finally above normal. First time in weeks we've been above normal. Our normal for this time of year is minus 11. Okay, so normally on the show, we like to have a little bit of a vigorous discussion on the use of cash versus plastic. We are seeing in increasing numbers, we are seeing a lot of businesses get away from cash, and this always sparks a vigorous debate over the use of cash versus plastic. Do you remember before Interact? I mean, do you remember when Interact or Debit or Tap or whatever it was, before that was even a thing? It came on the scene, and it's like, we all had our bank cards, and we were all using the ATMs. Then all of a sudden, you could use your bank card at the store. You could tap. You couldn't tap first. You stuck it in. Then you had to put in your code. And then you could buy stuff. You didn't need cash anymore. It wasn't long before people started avoiding cash. They just weren't carrying as much. And I didn't really notice it until things like the Salvation Army Christmas kettle, or somebody selling 50/50 tickets, or the Girl Guides come to the door, or the hockey teams come and they're selling their chocolate bars and chips, and they're like, hey, you want to buy some of this stuff? And I'm like, we sure do. Be happy to support you if I had money. Trace, do you got money? I don't know. I'll have to check my purse. And she'll check it. No money. No money. No cash. And so for some businesses, it was very easy for them to say, okay, we're not just going to not take cash anymore. Plus, we've shared on this show on numerous occasions. I have seen it myself where I've been at a store and some new Canadians who are working at the store are still unfamiliar with how money works here. I thought it was universal. The person that I was dealing with had some issues. Thankfully, a manager was there, was able to help them to make change. Making change is a bit of requires some math and some arithmetic and some thinking knowledge and all kinds of stuff. So to tap and go is easy. And so on a lot of sports arenas, I think the Jets are one of them. For example, you can't get anything unless you've got plastic. They don't take cash anymore at Jets games. You're either going to use your Interact, your bank card, your tap, or your credit card. However, these businesses pay a fee for that. For each transaction, the bank gets a cut, Interact gets a cut, and the big one is credit cards. They take a nice chunk. That's why you'll have some places that won't take credit cards. We no longer accept Visa and MasterCard because those fees are huge. So making headlines this morning is a little ma and pa restaurant in Morden, Manitoba, who has, in the face of economic challenges, said we are only accepting cash from now on. And of course, this is getting some attention and getting some reaction. So what do you think about this? Let's go to Morden, Manitoba.
Cash till sliding out.
Cheeseburgers.
Patties on the grill. You might be able to
too.
hear the cash till sound more often at Moment in Time Neighborhood Grill here in Morden. That's because owner Alex Kansky made a bold move to go cash only, not accepting card payments. He says it's because of the fees.
For us, it's been about $7,500 a year. So next February is 3 years for us, so that's just over $22,000.
Kansky announced the move last Thursday. So far, he says reactions from customers have been mixed.
I've received an email just telling me that they think it's a really bad idea and that they probably won't be coming because that's all they carry is cards.
Customers like Josh Nichols says it's worth it to go get cash.
I was hungry and I really wanted to eat here, so I made the effort. Now that I know, I'll just always have cash on me.
Michelle Auger is the Director of Trade and Marketplace with the Canadian Federation of Independent Business. She says the decision to drop card payments is an interesting one, but she isn't surprised.
We're at a time right now where all of operating business lines, they're all increasing. And so there has to be a trade-off for some small business owner. They're looking at where can we save money? And if that's an option, it seems like that is the business decision that they are making at this time.
Kansky adds he will continue to try to keep his prices down. Harrison Shin, CTV News, Morden, Manitoba.
Morden, Manitoba. Morden, Manitoba, cash only. Borrowed Bean says, I always take cash out and love places that deal with cash. So not a problem there. We are getting some big reaction to this. Cash only. Lori says, good for them to show cash is still needed. Shauna says, shouldn't really be a big deal. I always take cash out and love places that deal in cash. Nobody needs to know where I spend my money. I still use debit, but always try to keep cash. And that's an interesting point, Boral Bean, because we all know the data's kept. We all know that the company's data is in itself its own currency. I mean, your phone, even though you got the locations off, don't you worry. Don't you worry, none. Someone's keeping track. That phone is the greatest piece of data ever given to capitalist societies ever. They know where you are, what app you're on, where you're shopping, what you're doing, what you're looking at, how kind you are to others. It's fantastic. I love it. Hello, are you hearing what I'm saying right now? Are you hearing me? Quentin says, but you can't legally refuse legal tender. Are you talking about the sports teams? How do sports teams get around not accepting cash since you can't legally refuse legal tender? the legal explanation for this, and should you be at a sports arena where they don't accept cash, we are not actually refusing legal tender. These are terms of sale. And the terms of sale before the transaction happens are, we accept your legal tender in the form of plastic cards. So there you go. Think you're going to get around the whole legal tender? And then you're going to say, then, you know what? You're not going to take my cash. I'm not going to buy your nachos. And they're going to say, that's fine. We're going to sell them to the guy behind you. And then you go, they're nachos. And then they go to the nachos behind you. The nachos. Sharon says, cash is king and so is Jesus. Amen, sister. Way to go, and lots of hearts. And goes on to say, I'm thinking most people don't realize how much it costs a business and the people that are dealing with the transaction. This is great to see. Tara says, we should see this everywhere. It's a tough world to carry cash, but at least you won't be taxed to use your card, and your server won't have taxes taken off their tips. Well, Tara, are you insinuating that the waiters and waitresses don't declare every last penny to the government on their tips, as they should legally to the Canadian government to pay their fair share of our exorbitant taxes? Is that what you're alluding to? Michelle says, as long as there's a cash machine close by, because a lot of people don't carry cash. See, here we go. Now we're getting to the other side. That's what makes this such an interesting discussion, is you have one camp that says cash is king, don't mind. Usually it's, cash is king, I like my paper. You can't take my paper from my cold dead hands. I like to pay. And then you got kids going, who cares? Take my Bitcoin XYZ super thingamajiggy, let my robot pay. But I would say that overwhelmingly so far, I would say it's 80% like the idea. Oh, you can tell that my audience is generally of the senior nature. Kristen loves it. Dora loves it. Rob says it's awesome. Marla says great idea being cash only. Darren says, I only have a problem with it if I know long in advance. Sandy loves it too. Merv absolutely agrees. Don't let the debt and credit card companies take away our cash. I did a promotion last year, pay cash, enter a draw for a gift card. Worked great, and it made people think. Dolores says the cost of running a point-of-sale terminal known as POS, they really need to rename that POS, because POS also stands for piece of serenity. Cindy also keeps cash on hand. Yellow Jacket says it's a good idea to carry cash in case the machines go down. I never do. I'm a card guy. I'll admit it. I'm a card guy. Just because I don't get out much. And when I do, it's like, and plus, yeah, I just find it convenient. I like the convenience. I know I'm bending to the man, but I like the tap. I'm okay with it. But it is a good reminder, even for me, to remember that using the tap, using the card, costs the business that I am attempting to support. Right? Lori chimes in and says, POS machines are relatively cheap to rent or lease, and debit card transaction fees are minimal. It's the 3% or more on sales and credit card service charges that are the doozy. It can add up pretty quickly. Sounds like somebody who owns a business. Jeremy comes in. Jeremy says, who's got cash these days? He's the guy you see around town eating at all the different restaurants. Well, you know now that he's paying with his debit card when he's doing that. Jeremy chimes in to say it would be more of an inconvenience Because how does it work for individuals on the road that only have cards, as well as individuals that only carry cards and that don't have cash? What happens when people don't have anybody, all they live? I'm not sure if I'm reading this right. All they have is credit cards. Sounds like Jeremy needs to visit the bank. And you could save some of those restaurants you're promoting some money if you use cash, Jeremy. Really. And Molly says, if the systems go down, you can't use your credit card. I carry cash more than I ever was. I guess I'm lazy. I think we've confirmed it. Tanya Lynn, good morning. People should start carrying cash. Can't rely on technology. It goes down, you're stuck. Businesses cutting costs just to survive. I don't blame them. Well, I think this little restaurant in Morden is going to get some folks from Western Manitoba because it is getting a lot of reaction this morning on the show and online. And again, we will continue the conversation. And for more details on where this place is, visit my website at tylerglenshow.com. And in the meantime, take your cash over to locally owned and locally operated Kuiper's Family Bakery. They love cash there. Come to think of it, I pay cash at Kuiper's most of the time. Why do I always have cash at Kuiper's? They must get me. I guess I am going there with a mission. I need to get my hot dog buns for my barbecue. I think it's surprise purchases I use my tap. If I'm going to make you know what I mean? Man shop means I've got a list of things. Then I've got to take some cash with me. Anyway, I'm getting my hot dog and hamburger buns there. You should too. White bread, rye bread, all kinds of bread, 6 ways from Sunday, best cinnamon rolls. They've got pizza buns, cheese biscuits, locally owned and operated for decades. And the tradition is something you can taste at 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner, next to Tasties. Also accepting cash is, of course, your friendly Sunrise Credit Union. They can help you with some cash management. They can help you with your financial puzzle. You see, now that the holidays are done, those bills just keep on coming. And maybe you've got the car bill, you've got the credit card bills, you've got these bills coming in, and you need some debt consolidation help. Well, they can help you at Sunrise Credit Union. What they'll do is they'll put it all into one big loan, and it's at a reduced interest rate. It'll make it nice and easy for you. sunrisecu.mb.ca. They've got 19 locations. They're wonderful to deal with. Nicest people. Sunrise Credit Union. And Skydancer Casino, just 90 minutes south of Brandon in Belcourt. If you have a friend, coworker, relative, fellow Sunseeker that plays darts, pool, poker, or likes country music, you have got to be following Skydancer Casino on their social media channels. Gretchen Wilson and the Frontmen are two huge acts. The Frontmen are the lead singers of 3 of the biggest country bands of the 90s. Gretchen Wilson is coming in July. Not to mention that these tournaments that they've got going on for pool, poker, and darts have tournament jackpots ranging from $20,000 all the way up to $100,000. Check it out at skydancercasino.com. We love cash. We love it. We love nostalgia. We love Zellers. Zellers is back. It is back in Edmonton, and it is so successful that it's going to be rolled out to the rest of Canada. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's not very often that we have stories like this to share. Usually it's stores closing. For what it's worth, Toys R Us is going to close their Canadian stores. Had some folks on Facebook saying there's one store left in Winnipeg. It too will likely close. There's a growing number of lawsuits that are being launched against Toys R Us for unpaid merchandise and unpaid real estate bills, and it is crushing the Canadian arm of Toys R Us. So please share that information with people you know that love Toys R Us. Share that information with people who have Toys R Us gift cards. Get them used. Get into Winnipeg and get those Toys R Us gift cards used as quickly as you can, because in the coming month, probably by summertime, that last remaining store in Manitoba will likely close. Now to the good news. Zellers is going to expand, and we will get some stores, a store for sure, maybe more, in Manitoba, because the Edmonton store is going gangbusters.
The latest version of Zellers say they plan to start expanding across Canada. Zellers 3.0 opened its first store in Edmonton last fall. The Londonderry location brought back some nostalgic elements, including the familiar logo and Zeddy the bear. Well, it did not provide any financials. The owner says the store has exceeded expectations, now looking to acquire space in other Canadian cities. At this point, no word if there are plans to bring back the cafeteria at any point, which people continue to ask about.
Yeah, because it was cheap. They had like the $1.50 grilled cheese sandwich at the restaurant. Do you remember Zellers? Do you remember the Zellers that we had in Brandon? What are your thoughts on Zellers? How are you feeling about the Zellers comeback? And Winnipeg is going to be on the agenda for Zellers to make a return. Boy, we love nostalgia. Let's take a quick tour of the Edmonton Zellers store. Look at the lineup. People, Canadians are loving. So, quick history. Zellers, part of the Hudson Bay Company, struggled, sold out, and Target USA moved in, attempted to take over the store locations and bring Target to Canada. It was an easy transition because to our American lurkers, this looks a lot like a Target. All the red in the store, the red shopping carts and red carts. But Target came to Canada and were completely unprepared for the red tape, regulations, and rules of doing business up here. Target's a Minnesota company. They thought, it's just like doing business in Minnesota, just a little bit colder. No, not quite. And so Target folded, leaving the Zellers locations empty. Then Zellers attempted comeback number one. It didn't take off. I think they did it twice, to be honest with you. Two attempts to bring it back. Apparently, third time's the charm, because this is Zellers 3.0. And again, as far as Edmonton goes, look at this lineup. It's doing gangbusters.
Zellers shoppers wanting to be the first to re-experience the old store.
I can't believe that it's finally open. I've been awake since 4 a.m. waiting to come here.
Oh.
And I was at the mall at 9:15 waiting.
That's Janine.
For the stores to open, for this store to open.
Oh my God.
Janine Daniel was there in August when the Zellers signs went up. She has been waiting ever since for a chance to see inside.
It's kind of like a kid in a candy store. Oh,
They're supposed to open in August.
See the
Didn't open till October.
Remembering the department store from their fondest memories.
I used to work for Zellers in Lethbridge many years ago, and it was a great store and a great group of people to work with, and I'm so happy they're back.
For some Edmontonians, stepping into Zellers for the first time, they've learned about Zellers.
Yeah, in social studies, actually. Yeah, we talked about it. Zeddy hyped us up. He made the experience worthwhile.
The franchise has had multiple comeback attempts after Target Canada took over Zellers stores between 2011 and 2013. Previously owned by the Hudson's Bay Company, the trademark is now owned by the company that owns Fairweather and International Clothiers. And while the department store still offers the typical clothing, home essentials, and decors, some shoppers told City News the new Zellers does not feel or look the same compared to the original.
I was a little disappointed when I heard that they didn't have toys. They were going to probably still have the clothes, but not toys. So that was a little sad to hear that.
I don't know if this has it, but the Zellers Cafe restaurant, it was really good. It's something that our mom used to take us to all the time, all the bargains we had. But maybe the Zellers will have that eventually.
Londonderry Mall is hoping this Canadian location will attract more people, especially with the holiday season.
It is a traffic driver and a shopping destination on its own.
Oh, I'll be shopping here for sure. I'll be spending some money today. I guarantee you that.
I think these girls, these ladies have moved in. They went to the sporting goods section and they grabbed the tent. They've tented and they're gonna camp out. These two. They're excited. Oh my God. You need to change your blouse into one of those Zellers red shirts there. How you feeling about Zellers making a comeback? I did not know that there would not be toys. That's kind of sad. Because wasn't the whole lowest prices is the law thing about the toys? and no cafeteria. But Chad says they need to bring one back to Brandon, put it in the old Sobeys location. Well, that would be musical chairs then. That would be because you have to go way back. The Sobeys in Brandon at the mall used to be a Walmart. Then it became a Zellers. Then they converted it to Sobeys. Sobeys moved across the street. They're just playing musical chairs. They're in the same part of town. I don't understand. However, Mike says, I've been in the Edmonton store, and he says it's not one to brag about. It's not like the old Zellers, that's for sure. Marlene says, I wish they'd come back. Patricia says, would love to see a Zellers back in Brandon. So many great memories. Joanne wants a store like Zellers to go back in our mall. Wendy says, yay, bring it back. And Christina is a huge fan. So as you can see, there's a lot of excitement about Zellers doing well in Edmonton and soon to come to Manitoba. Will be Winnipeg first. We'll have to see if they can make that Brandon location work. Okay, before we have to say goodbye to our friends on Facebook, YouTube, and move exclusively onto Twitch, when we had the cold weather this past weekend, I was telling you how it's always a good idea when you're ordering food and you're hunkering down in a storm or super cold weather to make sure that you tip your delivery driver extra because they're out in a storm. They're out risking their life so you can get some food. Well, somebody was not listening to the instructions and didn't shovel their driveway, ordered some food, and oh my God, they didn't tip at all. Zero. And look what happened.
A Domino's pizza guy is making a delivery in the middle of Winter Storm Fern. He patiently waits for the customer to open the door.
Come in.
He gives the homeowner the receipt to sign, and when he gets it back, he realizes there's no tip. So he walks away with the pizza.
You can come get it.
You can come and get it.
For no tips today.
The delivery guy heads right back to his car, leaving the hungry customer stunned. At first, he's confused.
Come get it from your car? Come get it. You're going to have to come to the store. Pick it up.
And here's the customer, Jalen Howard, who lives 20 miles outside D.C.
Holy cow. So the driver had to come out 20 miles to deliver the pizza, and when he got there, no tip, and the I've never seen that before. The driver took the pizza, said, come and get it at the store. I ain't delivering for no tips today.
I just had to ask, did you really not leave a tip for the pizza delivery guy in the middle of a snowstorm? He says not so, that he was all set to give the delivery guy a very generous $15 tip in cash on a $29 order.
So when he came, we did the transaction or whatever. I got the receipt and I signed for it, and he snatched it out of my hand and walked away.
And one more thing, did he ever get that pizza?
Yeah, I got the pizza. Another guy came out. We're not delivering for no tips today.
We're not delivering for no tips today. Holy cow. Talk about a huge misunderstanding that got ugly really fast. Took the pizza away. I'd be crying. He's just driving, oh, please, running after him with my money. Molly says the delivery driver was a little impatient, but again, it comes as a word of warning. If you have, then I would say thank you so much for bringing this out in the storm. You saved me. You are my hero. I appreciate it. I have a nice tip coming your way. I'm going to pay you in cash. It adds to the small talk, and plus you want to appreciate them for driving out in the cold and the snow. So again, if you're going to order food when it's super cold or there's a storm, make sure you tip. And if you're going to do it in cash, like separate bills, it does not hurt to say, by the way, I got a cash tip coming. Just hang tight. So you don't take my pizza and run. Hey, we got to move over to Twitch. Twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. You can lurk in at TylerGlenShow.com. This is going to be amazing. I'm going to introduce you to Sprout. It is the robots have arrived. They're coming to your schools. They're coming to your workplace. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. It's gonna make you go, oh no. And it's also gonna make you go, wow, this could be my new coworker. Sprout hit the market yesterday. And it's going to be really interesting to see your reaction. Plus the Costco item that is going to change. And it's going to change how you look at Costco. This is huge. Huge news. Right here on the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. If you're not with us in hour 2, you're missing out. You're going to get left behind. Today is the day you got to join us. Okay, so lurk in at TylerGlenShow.com. In the meantime, we have to say farewell. Thank you for being here. We are headed on over to Twitch. It's VIP hour. It's about to begin. Thank you for being here. Stay safe. Okay, happy hump day. Have a great day, guys.